My name's Jess Potter. I'm a lung doctor and I'm also a public health researcher. I work at Queen Mary University of London in East London. I'm also part of a couple of activist groups, so Docs Not Cops, which is a campaign organisation that raises awareness around racist policies in the NHS and campaigns for healthcare access rights for migrants. Some have claimed that we have a national health service, not an international health service, but I would challenge that. The NHS was built on the labour of migrants who were brought over as part of the Windrush generation, and even now 30% of all doctors working in the NHS were not born in the UK, and a huge number of staff outside of medical staff also were not born in the UK. Without them, we would not have an NHS. I work very closely with Docs Not Cops, and we have staged a number of different protests, for example constructing a border outside the Home Office to raise awareness about these issues and to state that we do not want to be border guards. We want to continue to deliver care to anyone who is in need. Similarly, I work with a group called MedAct, and our refugee solidarity group have all worked together to write to bodies in power, our clinical membership bodies like the Royal College of Physicians, the Royal Colleges that represent all of our different specialties, to make them aware of these policies and the damage that they can do. We've had some great success, particularly Doctors of the World's work campaigning against the data sharing, the Memorandum of Understanding between the Home Office and NHS Digital, which allowed the sharing of data to aid the deportation of people who are living in the UK illegally. And they have agreed that that is completely unacceptable thing to do. There is still a lot of work to be done to challenge these data sharing policies. The fight is not over, but we've had some success. The main thing for me is that healthcare should never be a site of border control. Whatever your position on immigration, we must remove borders from our health services, from the NHS, and we must allow our healthcare workers to provide care based on need, not on some arbitrary notion of who deserves it.
My name is Mira Yuval Davis. I am a Professor Emeritus and Honorary Director of the Research Center on Migration, Refugees and Belonging, CMRB, at the University of East London. We cannot counteract, except of course campaigning. We made, like you, we made film, we made campaigns, we had lobbying MPs, we've written in newspapers like The Independent, as well as with academia, but also personally I've been working in migrant center, even cooking, because this is the one good meal they have in a week. We also, through UEL, my colleagues especially, have organized courses for creative writing, which don't demand previous credits, but does give them credits of a model towards in which they can write their own life stories. And some of them also published a book in Pluto. So this is all part of both making their lives worth living, but also making what happened to them more visible to the society in general. Yeah.